This episode is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor! I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, and Wes Wilson.
Control Point, episode 64, recorded on February 22nd, 2009. I'm Brent Copeland.
I am Wes Wilson.
And I am Eric Fullerton.
And I am special guest Mentok 1982.
Nice.
Why 1982? Did you graduate high school then or something?
That was when I was born, sir.
Oh.
I'm a youngin'.
Yeah, that's when I went to high school. Anyway, the briefcase.
Yeah,
That's too slow on those crickets.
I know, that was pretty bad.
So yeah, we got Mentok with us. Awesome. And we're going to talk about lots of lovely things right here on Control Point. La 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 la.
Did someone holler for that?
I did.
Yeah, we got the briefcase.
Oh, and looks like we got some Pikachu in there.
Oh, Pikachu fell out.
All up in there.
That's okay. We're just going to sacrifice him for a good show.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Also in the briefcase, we have a can of Bonk energy drink.
Bonk!
There's some Scout update art here that's curious. We also have a Nerf brand Demo Man, a new milkshake tune, and a bevy of listener contributions.
Nice.
So
Now that the briefcase skit is over,
wow.
can we move along to status?
Dun, 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 dun.
Sure. Go ahead, Brent.
Do I have to sing it like that the whole time?
Yep.
No, please.
I was a Matic too. We played 2 Fort with you, Mentok. Yeah, so Mentok and I played some. It was kind of odd. I think I made some people mad in the community this week, like I normally do.
Well, it's because you're full of hate and rage.
It is. So I started off. I forget what we were playing, but we don't have anything on our server except for the regular maps. I mean, in the normal rotation. So I wanted to try a new map, and I put in Flood Zone, which is, I don't know if y'all remember this one. This is a really long map that used to be a Sniper Fest.
Yeah.
Well, he's updated it where it shouldn't be a Sniper Fest any longer, but I think people associate it so much so with it being a Sniper Fest that they just play Sniper.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really good map, except for one problem now, that he didn't put forward spawns in. And if you would just put forward spawns into this map, it would actually be a really, really good map, I think.
Does that center point still is that still like the choke? Like everybody is there all the time?
It's the 4th point because it takes so long to get to the 5th point to cap it that their team can come in and put up sentries and get everything done so fast. So well, you actually have a pretty good flow back and forth. I mean, the middle, it still sticks a little bit because I think people. Because it's kind of everybody kind of has the old tactics of what the map is, but now there's like ways to go under the map on each side, and
oh, cool!
So you don't have to go through the.
Do you still have people crawling on the walls up in the?
No, they took that out. You can't do that anymore.
Oh, good.
But basically, what they did is they took everything kind of in between the middle parts and made it larger. Like the middle point that was down below, like the catwalk.
Yeah.
Well, the middle point is now up on that catwalk, and it's super large and basically blocks the whole middle section. So you can't snipe from the back end to the middle section. It's easy.
Yeah. Which is good.
Like that. So, I mean, I would like to see someone take this map, preferably the original author, and put in some forward spawns for it and see how it plays after that. So anyway.
I had to change to engineer because there weren't any forward spawns. I wanted to play a heavy, but then I'm like, well, my team is having trouble actually getting places, so I had to change to a transportation engineer and put up some teleporters.
Yeah,
it's important. I do that a lot.
And I really got a lot of flack for this map because everybody was saying it, this map sucks, this is horrible. And I really thought it was just kind of a lack of, patience, imagination, and just thought of, okay, well, we're put on this map. Let's figure out how to make a tactic work. That's kind of what was in my head. Well, let's see what we can do. And Mentok obviously had the same thing. If we get some forward spawns, then we can win this map. And that's what you need to do. But we only had a couple engineers do that, I guess.
I love the middle spawn. I mean, the middle capture point on Flood Zone.
We were doing pretty good for a while, getting people to the middle point, but then all of a sudden the other team started pushing us back, and we couldn't keep our sentries up to defend our teleporters.
Yeah. I don't know. I always thought that was a fun map, even back when it was a snipe fest.
Well, they had patched it like a year ago. I mean, this was like, I think all they did was they raised a bunch of buildings or put pipes and stuff so that it wasn't a clear view between the two sniper. But
it's
it was
even further than that now.
Okay,
like
it sounds
you really
like it's
need to go back and
now.
yeah, it's really polished. They really went back and I mean it's changed. I mean you can tell it's the same map.
Yeah.
But they really changed a lot that you can tell they did a lot. Like you run around the outside of the second point now, to get up to the top. You just got to see it and play it. So anyway,
is that on our server?
Yes, it's Flood Zone, like Flood Zone 3x5 now or something.
Oh, okay.
So I guess they've messed with it so much. So after I ran a bunch of people off with that map, I figured what's the way to put nails in coffins, and so I brought up Cyberpunk.
Ouch.
And Mentok became what would you call it, Mentok? What would you become on that map?
You had to break the map in for me because it was the first time I've ever been there. I heard people talking about it in the CP community a lot with the spy and the discotheque, but I've never actually been there. So it was awesome to actually go.
Really was it awesome?
It was. It's so different than any map I've ever played. I mean, you could go up on roofs and everything, and as a heavy, and I was raining down my Natasha bullets on them. And then Brent would teleport me in front of his gun 4 or 5 times in a row.
Well, we started something new, shenanigans. And basically what this involved was me making a level 3 sentry gun and then teleporting a lot of my teammates up there behind the gun, and then getting up in front of it and teleporting Mentok in, who was on the other team, and then us all just watching him get blown up over and over again. It was a lot of fun.
I just don't believe that it was awesome seeing that map for the first time. I can't get past that.
Oh, the music's great too. I love the music and all the Japanimation stuff that they got on the walls. And now, I'm really big into anime, so I loved it.
Now, did you know that you can actually change the music on there in that room you got locked into?
Yeah, no, I did not know that.
If you use the use key right in there, you can actually there's 4 or 5 songs you can change it to.
I was looking in the controls to try to map my use key, and I couldn't find the use key. I'm going to have to look harder. Yeah. I know there's a use key for Counter-Strike and Half-Life and everything.
Well, I think you just bind a key to plus use, right?
Well, I don't know.
Yes.
I've never bound a key that way. I just use the control panel they give you.
Oh, wow. You'll have to change that. So then the surprising thing after that was we voted for a map and 2 Fort won.
Huh.
Have you ever seen that? Yeah.
Weird.
What?
By 9 people. It was 9 to...
What?
Wow.
I don't...
It was 8 people. It was 8, and then 2 other maps had 6 votes.
I will say that Mentok mentioned that he would like to play that, so I think some people probably picked it just to be nice and be like, well, I haven't played it in a while. But I thought the funniest thing was after we got playing 2 Fort, someone logged in and was like, oh, so y'all killed the server with Cyberpunk. Because that's the way it normally goes, right? You kill the server and 2 Fort comes back up.
Yeah,
and I was nope, people actually voted for it.
Nice.
So that was kind of fun. But anyway,
I asked Brent for a favor, and he was glad enough he was very nice to oblige me in the 2 Fort playing that we did.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was trying to get the 20 heavy, or what is it, 20 kills without dying?
20 kills with a medic without you or your medic dying. Still haven't got it yet.
Well, we'll have to try that again. So I went medic, and we went around trying to get that, and you would be surprised at how difficult it is. To even get 10.
I don't think 2 Fort's that far. We got up to 7 kills maybe before we got killed is I think the farthest we got.
Yeah, I really think being in a defensive position is probably the best place to get those kills.
Mm-hmm. Too bad the other team wasn't attacking hard enough. So the other team, you need to get into our base and actually cause some mayhem. You
should call some of those folks out on your week of.
Nice.
Why don't we just go ahead and gel into your week?
Yeah.
Right there, and you can talk about the heavy stuff.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're on this podcast, and
I know you said you, and you're looking. It looks like you're looking at Eric in the chat, but of course the videos. Anyway.
No. I've got my wallet size picture I keep of you in my wallet right here. So when I'm looking over here, I'm looking at you.
Okay. So I was playing heavy to try to. I only have like a total of 5 more achievements to go for all the classes. I've earned all the achievements for all the other classes, and so I was trying to get a few of the heavy ones before the Scout update came out. So I was trying to get assists to get my 100 assists for a heavy, and then I also have to kill 100 people underwater, and that's not going to happen anytime soon unless I find an underwater map. People in the chat room, if you know of an underwater map, let me know. I need to go there and kill a bunch of people underwater. And then I asked Brent, pretty please, to help me with killing 20 people without letting you and your medic die. And, 2-Fort wasn't the one for that. Oh, CP Drowning, CP Awa. I'll have to try those. Okay. And CP Underwater Land, very nice. And let's see, there was another achievement that I got. A couple days ago, I got the one for killing 50 scouts with Natasha, and then also killing like 50 or 100 people that take your intel. So I don't have very many left for the heavy, like probably 4 left, I think. And I played CP Cyberpunk with Brent for the first time, and I really enjoyed it a lot. It was really nice. It's cool to like walk down the main street and then like duck into all the stores and everything. And whoever designed the map put a lot of little healths and everything around so I can heal up without needing a medic. And I can climb to the top of stores and shoot down on people. And then all the teleporting was really great. I mean, I didn't take any offense to it because I got a lot of kills. Like, he teleported me into his spawn several times so that people would spawn in front of me, and because I had Natasha, I could kill them before they even got out of the spawn and the door opened. Because if they get out, the door closes and I can't shoot them. So it's a good thing I had the Natasha gun out.
Could you use the closets in there?
The closets in there.
The resupply closets?
Oh, yeah. No, I can't actually. I tried to use the resupply closet. Like, most of the time when he teleported me in there, I was in the air and I couldn't move. I was like 4 feet above the ground.
His head's all stuck in the ceiling.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I kept trying to put him down behind the sniper. Like, the sniper's there, so I could teleport him right behind the sniper, but then, like, a pyro would come up and kill him before he had a chance to kill him.
Oh, man. It was so close. I had to spin up my gun, and I just got killed by a backburner right before I got my gun spun up.
Did you like the music?
Yeah, I had no problem with the music. Yeah. It was nice.
Now, this is the same designer, I believe, that designed Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
To give you an example, I would like to see him take Cyberpunk and make a control point or CTF map out of it, or a payload even.
Something with a point.
Either one of those. I mean, it would probably give people seizures if they had to do like a payload through Cyberpunk, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah. I think so.
And then later in the same evening, I also played with Wes and Nailhead on a few maps. And Eric, I think it was in Fastlane or something, wasn't it? When I gave you my theory about what to do when an Uber Pyro starts running right after you.
Yeah.
What was that theory?
Yeah. That theory is if an Uber Pyro, if he's a good Pyro and he is like a veteran Pyro or whatnot, when they're in Uber form, they have something that they're trying to do, right? They have a job that they need to get done. And so they're going to go and do that job. And if you run away from them, you're going to be running in the direction that they're trying to go. So what you need to do is actually run towards them or stand still and let them go right past you. And it's actually worked several times for me as a heavy, where I see an Uber Pyro coming and I just like go to the side of the wall and stand still, and they'll run right past me without even setting me on fire. And then I can wait until their Uber's done and kill them from behind with Natasha. Because, they're going somewhere, so don't run in the direction that they're going. That's a bad idea most of the time.
I agree with that. And if you have more than 50 health, I think the other strategy is to actually run past them into the medic and try to stop the medic. Because if you can do that, you've just separated the Uber, and that makes everybody's life easier.
But then, if you separate the medic, the Pyro might notice and come back and kill you. So you gotta be careful about that.
He'll be dead.
Yeah.
It's my theory.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So, anything else, Wes, from when we were playing on the map?
You got some achievement while you were playing. You were like, I don't have to play heavy anymore.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
I can't really earn a water achievement on a map with no water, so I was finally able to switch back to one of the classes I really enjoy, like Pyro.
So is that it for your week?
that is up for my week as far as Team Fortress 2 is concerned. I don't want to bring up the other game because then people might have to drink.
Are you still playing Conan?
You mean Left 4 Dead?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't care if people drink. I mean, so I'll say it. So is that you, Wes, or did you already do your week?
No, I haven't done my week. It was fairly uneventful. I did play a couple of times, mostly just because I want to get a feel for, I was like, hey, Scout update's coming. Let me get myself in the right gear, frame of mind for it.
So you've been playing Scout?
I did play Scout a little bit. I really don't like Scout.
So you're playing Pyro?
Actually, I have been playing a lot of Pyro and a lot of Heavy lately. Although I do tend to switch to Soldier if there's only like one person playing Soldier. I really feel like that's an important class, and if people aren't playing it, it needs to be in the game. Mm-hmm. But I'm still lamenting how much I die. I mean, and I'm not talking.
Oh, you said that last week too.
Yeah, I don't really. I will come around a corner and there will be a Heavy there and I'll die. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll be standing there as a Heavy and people will dodge in and out of my field of view all day long, and never die. And there was this one doorway that had like 5 people piled in it. And I just started laying down the minigun, just, and then like.
That sounded like Sasha or Natasha.
But it wasn't. Oh. It was the minigun.
Are crits turned on or off when you're playing? Have you noticed?
Crits were on. And I'll even be getting crits and people won't die. And I'm like, good Lord, if a Heavy just breathes at me while he's doing crits, I'll die. And then, and then the face stabs and the...
So somebody's starting to really kind of suck at this game.
It's not even that. It's not even that. I wish I could claim it's because I suck. I have no problem.
No, you can claim that if you want.
Well, I do. I have said for a long time I'm not as good of a player as I used to be. But I get so frustrated that I just come around the corner and I die. But now we did have...
People are picking on you because you're Wes Wilson.
Well, people do. I mean, there are people who will say,
"I want to kill Wes Wilson."
No, they do. Yeah, they say it. They're like,
you know what I say to those people?
What?
You know what I say to those people? Meat banned, baby. Get off my server. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
I think you need to reiterate the importance of healing the host and giving the host Ubers. You need to remind the entire community how important that is.
And stroking their egos, yes. Mm-hmm. Those kind of things. Always nice.
But just in general, I'm finding that I die way too quick lately, and it really reduces. I mean, I don't mind being killed. If I come face to face with a Pyro and he kills me, okay, no big whoop. But when I come face to face with him and less than a second later I'm dead, I feel cheated.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just just lamenting my deathitude. Now we did have
we had some good runs together.
Yeah,
you were medic.
Yeah,
I was Pyro,
and then we also had some really good times on when we did that last Dust Bowl. I don't think you were in there yet. I think it was just Mentok. That last Dust Bowl leg that y'all defended for 20 minutes, and then I joined.
Oh man, that was epic.
and then we got in, and it was the battle against the sentries, and we had a lot of fun. So,
hey, Mentok, were you on that map that we held that last point for like ever? What was that?
There was a 20, like he was saying, there was a 20-minute hold on the last cap of Dust Bowl.
Oh no, it was Well. Were you on yet when we were doing Well?
It was after Cyberpunk, right? I was the other night. I was on.
I think it was the first map I came on from because it was. I came on and no, it wasn't Well. It was Granary. Last point Granary we held for like I don't know. It seemed like ever, like 20 minutes.
Before Flood Zone, I wasn't there.
Oh well.
I'm sad I missed it.
Well, it's just one of those like usually when people get to the last point in that it's like over.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah.
It's quickie.
Wes, do you get anything else?
Nope. Eric, all you.
I played a ton this week. I played on Thursday night. Did some Gold Rush. I just decided, why do I always play on Friday night? So I just play during the week, during weird times. Actually, it was actually kind of an experiment. I get to where I believe that getting into TF2 and playing a lot of games takes forever, and it's a big commitment, But it really isn't, right? You can jump in and play one game, or not even finish the game and jump out. but I always feel like I need to play it all the way through, and with the microphone, which means I can't talk to anyone. Anyway, we've already discussed all this.
Yeah, that's one thing. A lot of people have been very curious lately because I don't talk in game.
Yeah.
If I'm not talking, it's because I'm playing on my Windows 7 partition where I don't have the sound card drivers. I think I discussed this before. So I don't I have speakers on my Win 7, but I don't have a headset.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what's going on with that. If you can hear me talking, it's because I'm playing on my Vista partition.
Okay.
So what brand of sound card do you have? Do you have a Creative or something?
And I got a Barracuda Razer AC1, and they don't have. The problem is the drivers are unsigned in 64-bit Windows 7, and so it won't let you install them.
What you need to do is print out the source code for that driver and then sign it and then scan it back into your computer, and then everything will work fine because then you signed it.
Excellent. I think you've got a good plan there.
Nice little autograph.
Weird.
So what else? Let's see. So Thursday night I was playing without my mic. So people were like, I don't know. It's annoying without the mic because there was a medic that was healing me, and it was like, okay, hey, Nailhead, let's go here, or let's go up. And I'm like, I want to say, where? Or like, I want to respond. I'm like, I don't have my mic on. It's because I'm an idiot, and I thought, that's too much trouble to bust out the microphone. I don't know. So I played one game of Gold Rush without the thing. But there was a crazy defense on the third leg. Like, they couldn't get to the first point. We held him off for the longest time. The last minute, or maybe less than a minute, they finally got the card onto the first checkpoint and kept going. I mean, it was the longest defense. It was crazy. But that was fun. And then Friday night, I decided to start accepting some friends, because the list gets huge, and I'm like, I have to go through, and I have to. Well, for one thing, if I don't recognize the name from either being in the chat room on Sundays, playing the game, or submitting something, an email or something, then I probably won't accept it. Is that bad?
No, because we've discussed this before. The friends list has a finite utility, and if it's totally filled up with people that you don't really know very well, then you lose the ability to find the people you really do know and really do want to play.
Yeah. If they have the CP tag, I know right off the bat. Well, obviously they're they listen to the show, or they're CPers or whatever. But if you don't have the tag, and I've never seen your name on the forums or chat or anywhere, then I don't know if you're just some random guy who's, anyway.
Yeah, so if you got one from, like Ustreamer47712, you'd be like, oh, yeah. I remember you from the chat.
But I started accepting lots of people, so that was cool. And then when I got in the game, I noticed that a lot of the new people that I just accepted saw that I was playing and came and played with me, so it was real fun.
See, I did the same thing you did, because I think Steam's changed a little bit on their friend stuff. Like, it doesn't pop up all the time now or something.
Oh, really?
Like I just noticed that I had this number on my friends tab or whatever, so I went and accepted everybody. As soon as I did, this guy just kept asking me questions like over and like nonstop, like are you going to remove me from your friends list now? And I was like, well, why would I accept you? Like, if and then he like kept talking. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to, because you like, and it was like one of those where he asks you a question, but it's like 10 lines of questions. So you like shift tab over to look at it, and you're like, you're not done with the question yet. And there's like bing, 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 question mark. Oh, question's done. Yay. Now I'm going to answer. So I had to quit answering them.
Oh, man.
I don't mind questions and stuff, but, let's get to the point. I want to play the games too,
Yeah.
One good thing about the little ding, ding, ding questions is you can read them as the little boxes coming up.
Maybe that's what it is.
So you can read it without having to leave the game.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
I guess I'm just too, someone sent me a question. Shift tab out.
Yeah, short and sweet.
I'd believe that, but you never respond to my questions.
I'm not saying anything. Leave that to your
I think it would be nice that when you get a lot of friends on your list, it becomes difficult to know like who has what game. So if you want to play Left 4 Dead with some people and you're seeing who's online in your friends list, it'd be nice to know if they have a game or not, because a lot of people get upset when you keep on inviting them to games that they don't have.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I actually had someone just apologize to me because when Left 4 Dead went on sale and they had that 3,000 times sale increase, somebody who didn't have the game back in the day when I was asking people and he got mad at me. He apologized and he's like, "Oh, I have the game now. I'm sorry for snapping at you."
Nice.
Yeah, no one should snap at you because, right, you're just trying to have fun.
Yes.
And you want them to join you having fun. But I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
It can be annoying when Mentok sends you a message.
No. Not yet. That was the friends topic. Anyway, so
we still got to get to the Michael McDonald topic.
So I accidentally left TF. Well, okay, I didn't leave it running. What I did was TF2 executes HL2.exe, right? That's like the engine or something. Well, that got stuck on all night. But
that explains it then. Because I noticed that you would leave the game, but yet you're still in the game, but not in a server. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah. So when I woke up the next day, I saw at least 20 chats. Yeah, like open chats at the bottom, on my taskbar just blinking like a Star Trek console or something. And I just pop up each one, and they're just one after another. Like, are you there? Are you there? Oh my God, you're playing. Did you leave this on all night? Hello, hello. So, that's what happened there. So I don't know why that happened. In fact, that happened again
to people
Saturday.
all the time. I don't understand. All you got to do is go view server info to see what server they're playing on, and it'll say so and so is not currently in a game, and hey, they left TF2 running. Yeah. Big whoop.
Well, then what you do when you see that message, you think that they're looking for a game, so you invite them to the game that you're playing or something. That's what I do.
I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do that either. But
I just go like this. Man, Steam, what's wrong with Steam? I hate it when this happens.
I played some Mach 4 on Friday night. Ken Kays was doing some awesome healing, or maybe it's Ken Kays. Anyway, we had some really, really good competition there on Mach 4. It was really a lot of fun. Really balanced teams. It was just really cool.
Yeah, we played a little last night too. That was kind of fun.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was chasing you around.
Yeah, because you're on the other team. Played some Fastlane, and we lost.
Does anybody else wish that the song "Living in the Fast Lane" would play like when it started up or something?
Yeah,
no. That's just me.
It's just you.
I used to really like Fastlane. I don't know what happened to me, but after Friday night's game, I just I don't really like this map anymore. I don't know why. Just there's no reason really.
Maybe the fix that's coming out in the update will make it better.
That's right.
But we'll get to that later.
Yes,
that's a tease.
Yeah, that is a tease. So I played some. Late that night, I changed my name to the Chief. I don't know why. We played some Steel, some Well, some Turbine. Everybody started changing their names to Frogman and Cavalryman and stuff like that. So I guess that was the theme, I guess. I wasn't really trying to set a theme. Although Sabrina was Michael McDonald. And then, so I didn't know if that was something that was kind of supposed to happen because the Doobie Brothers drummer came out, which was Johnny Napalm. So it was all over the place.
Wait, the Doobie Brothers drummer came out and it's all over the place. That's not a good statement.
Is that what I said? Take those words, put them in a hat, shake it up, just pull them out in a different order, and then read those. And I'm sure it's better than what I just did. So, I played a lot, and it was cool. I'm going to play a lot more next week. Obviously, the Scout thing is out, but I'm just trying to play more when I'm not up late drinking and just fooling around. I'm trying to play more, some serious games.
That's awesome, because that means less request on Sunday. Hey, Eric said I could be on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying that's how you got on here, Mentok.
It's totally how he did it. That's awesome.
No, I was just passionate about the Scout update, and I'm like, I wonder if I could be on. So I asked
and it worked out great.
Okay, so
let's move on to the old on the loudspeaker.
News and discussions.
Hold on. Discussion on the loudspeaker. First off, the biggest thing that has happened is the Scout update news.
The biggest thing in 5 months.
Yeah. This is, of course, this is the information that has been put out. This is not the actual update because the update hasn't come out yet. It'll come out in 3 days as of the recording of this, right? Wednesday? And today's Sunday.
Or yesterday if you're listening to the podcast.
Yeah. So this will come out.
No, this comes out on the day that the patch will be released. You usually release on Wednesday, right?
Now, they actually say on the blog, because it confused me, because I know Eric said that it'd be coming out Tuesday. I was like, Tuesday? That's when they're releasing, the last information.
Oh,
and you would think they would release later. But on the blog itself, it says update.
224.
Yeah, on that Tuesday. So
Okay,
And when you look at the heavy date underneath it, 8/19, that is the day that the heavy update came out. So I checked that to make sure. So 8/19/08 was when the heavy update came out. And I'm assuming that they're doing the same thing with the Scout update, so it should be Tuesday.
Yeah, and of course, every once in a while, Valve has some hiccups, and their updates don't come out on the day they say they're going to. But that's what I'm looking for, is the 24th.
I wish we could have recorded this after, but we'll have our Scout update episode next time, and we'll talk about the actual mechanics of the stuff. And we'll try not to speculate too much on this episode because it'll be pretty obsolete because the stuff's about to come out anyway. So the things that we know right now are the new weapon, the Sandman, which is a baseball. You can throw a baseball up in the air and smack it with your baseball bat. And this is something
it's a new bat as well.
Yeah. Well, because it says the Sandman on it.
Yes.
And that makes it new. But it's still made out of the same wood, isn't it?
Well, the other bat was made of aluminum.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the other one's aluminum.
Oh, how fancy is that? We have mentioned this, or someone has mentioned this. I've heard this before. It was like, wouldn't that be cool if you could throw a baseball in the air and smack it with your bat and hit someone? I don't know who it was who said it, but I always thought that was a cool idea, and here it is. It's real. The prophecy is true.
And bonk them on the head with the baseball.
Yep.
And then we have some new stuff. We have the arena.
Well, you forgot to cover what happens with the.
Oh, you want to go in? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, we might as well.
The A, B, and C.
Okay. So break it on down. How's this?
Well, I mean, the basic idea is you get a baseball, and if you lob it into the air and hit somebody with it, you stun them. Which I think that's kind of a cool idea. Now, and generally, like I said, I don't like things that take your control away from you.
Yeah.
But if it moves slowly like a rocket and you can see it coming, it seems like it might not be that bad of a thing.
So they'll just be stunned, like, finish him. And he's kind of like stunned and standing there.
Yeah.
That'd be neat, I guess. I don't know.
And so the farther the ball goes, the longer they'll be knocked out for. And so one thing I'm wondering is, like, for Team Fortress 2 Mythbusters is, can you use the Pyro's blast on the baseball and make it go super far by bouncing it back and forth and then hit someone with it?
Nice.
Like, how long will they be stunned for?
Well, I think there would be a cap. I mean, you're right. That is something good for them to test, but I'm assuming there will be some sort of cap on that.
Yeah.
Because that would be insane.
Also, when they strike the ball, do you guys assume that that's just an animation that plays and you don't actually have to aim for the ball and hit it? Because I don't know how you would aim for a ball and hit it.
Yes, it's going to be just an animation. Yeah,
it's an animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is he going to, like, pull something out of his bag? Maybe, he's got his little bag. He could pull the ball out of the bag. Of course, I'm speculating, and in 3 days this will be cleared up. So,
and it's got to be like an alternate fire for the ball as well, because in C it still shows him using the bat. So using the bat would probably be your primary fire, and like an alternate fire would be actually throwing the ball out there.
And we have learned from one of the achievements that's listed, and the achievement is Beanball. It says stun a scout with their own ball. Wow. So conceivably, you can use your scout bat to hit a Sandman ball back at the scout.
I wonder if they're going to be basically using the same mechanics behind the Pyro's gun to blow stuff back to basically.
That's what I was about to say. I think it will be very similar.
Probably. And I wonder if you'll be able to do that with rockets. I wonder if you could use a bat on a rocket and turn it around. I
wouldn't be surprised if they let you do that.
Huh.
Or stickies.
I haven't seen anything in the...
Stickies are a lot like baseballs.
I don't know. I'm not buying that. No.
Oh, they're running all over your class. I saw another thing in their little blog about demos getting nerfed again. So,
but I'm not seeing anything in the Scout achievements here about
hitting stickies,
hitting rockets.
I don't think they'll do that because I don't think they want to encroach on what the Pyro can do with his blowing apparatus.
Good point.
Best not.
So, and the other question that people keep throwing around is, well, what's this going to replace?
the baseball bat.
Yeah, it'll just replace your baseball bat.
Possibly not, though. Some people are saying since it's actually shooting like a ranged item, that it may replace your pistol or your shotgun or something.
Because the
way I see it is the drink for the pistol. There's a new shotgun called what's it called? Force of Nature, and then this is replacing your baseball bat. That's the way I think it's going to go.
Force of Nature hasn't been announced. That's totally speculative.
But I think there's a picture. Is the picture of it on the achievement page? Is that the regular shotgun that they're showing the scout holding when he's running with miss? I think it looks a little different, and I was wondering if that's the one that he currently has.
That's not the picture. That's not the picture that's on the Force of Nature page. No,
there's a TF2 wiki page on it.
Yes, but it's not. That's total speculation. There is nothing about that.
Was there I missed the whole Force of Nature thing. Was it a page someone put up kind of like the spy update and made it look like?
There's a page on the TF2 wiki for the Force of Nature, which is the replacement for the scattergun.
But anybody could have written that,
right? I mean, it's a wiki,
I know. But it's speculation. It could be based on some insider knowledge. It could be, but it might not be. So I'm not buying into it.
You're so cheap, not buying into things.
I know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now, the name of it is there. It's Force of Nature. I mean, that's not speculation, but any powers.
Well, you know what I think is interesting? On the caught napping achievement, kill 50 enemies from behind with the Force of Nature. Now, the caught napping, it says to me that, it's maybe it fires slowly or something, or has a long reload time or something. Because, to kill 50 enemies from behind, and they call it caught napping, the person that you're shooting is not paying attention, and you had time to kill them. And it's also got a lot of knockback as well. There's a Fall Classic achievement for causing an environmental death by shooting someone with it. So it's got if you actually hit someone with it, apparently it will knock them back pretty well, a distance, we'll say.
Well, the other idea is that, if you have someone stunned, it might auto crit. But anyway. Okay, so enough speculation. Let's continue to talk about the things that are actually so far listed in the update. We've also got some new maps.
Yes, we have Arena Watchtower by Joshua Shiflett, which is a community map. Also, the other community map, which is CP Junction by Sean Coutinho.
Heyo.
And he has, I don't know, is that a nickname? Heyo?
Yes.
He has done some other maps. When I saw his name here, I remembered that he had done Egypt. And lo and behold, they released Egypt as well.
Yeah, they are doing
it. Oh, dude, what a lucky guy.
I know. And but there's some other maps. I don't remember what all he's done, but he's an awesome mapper, though. And I enjoyed Junction. I don't know if this has been updated or if it's changed any. I haven't played it
I've never played it.
A long time. It used to be in a rotation on CP1 or maybe
CP
4.
Junction's a good map. The only problem that I've had with it in the past, I'm not sure if it's been fixed, is that you don't get a lot of time to capture either A or B. And you got to make sure to choose A or B, get your whole team behind it, because if you don't cap the first point in 3 minutes or something, you lose. It's just over. And the points take a really long time to cap for some reason. Mm-hmm. You have to have a bunch of people on the point, and if you get off of it, your influence comes off of the point really fast. So yeah. I'm not sure if they've tweaked that at all since it's being released like this.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. All indoor map, kind of looks like turbine, kind of industrial warehouse-y looking. The Arena Watchtower looks great, though. I've never heard of this one. I don't know if we'll play too much because no one seems to like Arena. Arena's never.
We were going to do an Arena episode and we never got around to it because none of us really wanted to play it.
I never see anyone play Arena on CP1 and stuff, so maybe people will play this because it's new. I mean, I hope so because it really looks good and it's Alpine. It's very rare that I see an Alpine map.
The official numbers on the Arena maps are not good at all. I was looking at the Team Fortress 2 stats that Valve has, and the amount of times that the maps have been played, it's really small compared to everything else. They're all at the bottom of the list.
That's too bad. I mean, that tells you something, right? I mean,
yeah. People don't like to wait because there's a lot of waiting a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. So we have 4 maps so far listed coming with this.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even include the speculation that Mentok's about to pull out.
Yeah, that's right. So on the achievement page behind the Scout, you can see that there looks to be a double payload map going on here with a red path and a blue path right next to each other, heading probably uphill, I'm guessing. Well, actually, I can't guess that, but so behind the Scout, you'll notice that there's like a double payload map, and that will probably be one of the things to be introduced on Monday or Tuesday when they get the rest of the details out there.
I guess as the official Valve map release.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You would think since they put 4 community maps out.
It does almost look like they accentuated it a little bit, though. You know, if you look at the red path, it looks almost highlighted. And I wonder, I wonder if they specifically were like, "Hey, let's give them something to speculate here."
Yeah, because they do that all the time.
Yeah,
I think they wanted to put those blue and red lines on there to make sure that the people realize that, oh my gosh, there's a red and blue path.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Because otherwise, you wouldn't really know unless you had like both bomb carts on the screen, and in the screenshot you can only see the red bomb cart.
So also on the achievement page, they announced the another weapon for the Scout, which is the energy drink.
Yay, Bonk energy drink.
And what it does is you drink it and it gives you a little bit of invulnerability. You dodge bullets.
Did you think they needed that?
See, I look at it as speed and not invulnerability.
I think that this is giving you the ability to be invulnerable because it says it's so powerful you'll be dodging bullets like they ain't even there. And what that says to me is this particular thing will allow you to not be hit by any bullets. And there's even an achievement on the achievement page that says, dodge 1,000 points worth of bullets. And so what I'm thinking is it makes you essentially blurry. Now, it might be a reduced chance to hit you. You know what I mean? Like every bullet fired at you has a 75% chance to not hit you.
Yeah. I would actually go that way. I don't think they want another invulnerable in there, but I could see it missing stuff. I basically see them doing what we thought they were going to do, is they're putting in the grenades back into the game in different formats.
Yeah.
It's like the concussion grenade. Basically, they could use it to get them past something really fast, and then it would, mess them up for a few seconds while they're concussed, And
there is a little disclaimer on the Bonk energy drink. It says, note, Bonk contains several hundred times the daily recommended allowances of sugar. After the beneficial effects of the radiation wear off, drinkers have reported experiencing feelings of lethargy that can last several seconds. Reading this sentence absolves Bonk of any liability for killing sprees inspired by or deaths resulting from the ingestion of Bonk. Enjoy Bonk responsibly, or by the case.
Nice.
Yeah, someone in the chat brought up bullet time, and I think that'd be awesome, except for the fact that you would actually have to stop and slow down everybody else to do that.
Everybody else's game would be slowed down. That can't work.
So Watchman just sent me something saying, look at the picture of the Scout here on the Bonk energy drink page. Is that the force of nature that he's holding there?
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
It just looks like a regular scattergun to me.
It does to me too.
It doesn't have the squared edges that they're showing on the wiki page.
Yeah.
Now everything I'm like reading on the force of nature from the achievements and stuff, it really does make it sound like it's just it's almost like the Pyro's knockback.
Yeah.
And I guess there's some damage involved there, but
that's logical to me. I mean, a sawed-off shotgun would really throw you in the air.
Maybe he has to put in both slugs again, like with the reload. Maybe he has to cock it open.
Kind of like the flare gun.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it fires 2 bullets at once, but and it puts out 2 10-shot shells at once, but then it takes a second to reload it. You don't get but 1 shot at a time.
And that's going to sound stupid in 3 days.
It
That's
could.
speculation.
It could. I don't know.
I don't know. People in chat room are saying, "Look at the barrels; they're huge. They're much
Yeah, they
bigger."
are
But
pretty
you know,
big.
that's more speculation, and that's just whatever.
You know,
We have a
I
time-
think it's really funny
We have
that,
time for.
that
Go
they
ahead.
call it bonk. And, you know, we've had a video thing that we've had for a long time called zonk.
Yeah,
And they do the
Zonk
same
Cola.
thing with the exclamation point. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, Zonk Cola, Bonk Cola. They're brothers.
Anyway, what were you saying,
Sisters.
Mentok?
I was wondering if we had some times for some corrections from Nivicarius.
I don't really know what you mean there.
Let's not worry about it.
He's corrected me on some things. Apparently, the arena maps are not necessarily at the bottom. CTF well, and then also arena are well at the bottom of the list. And also, the second payload cart is actually in that screenshot. I just did not see it for some reason. So you can see both bomb carts in that picture.
Oh,
That is all.
Those are
Return to your
huge
schedule.
corrections. I'm really glad you included those.
Well, you know, Nivicarius, I have to admit when I'm wrong.
yeah. You never know with that guy. Next up, we have 2 more community maps being released: CP Egypt and CP Fastlane with updates. So CP Egypt, this is something that came out long ago by the same, by Sean Coutinho. Heyo. I always like this map. It's this very silly map. It doesn't feel.
What do you mean silly?
Well, the look and the feel of it it seems very polished. They kind of created a new style here using what was supplied, but it doesn't look like a TF2 map. Well, it's an Egypt map and it's all yellow, and I mean they did a great job. It's just very unique, and it doesn't feel balanced, and it doesn't feel right. I don't know.
I never got that feeling from it. I always
Really?
thought it was a surprisingly well played map. Some of those final defenses could be epic.
Those last points last forever and ever. I don't know. I've just seen very imbalanced times on this. It's a dust bowl style map, so there's more than one leg. There's 3 legs. But
And that
I don't
leg
know.
where you have to go up the stairs there or go to the left up that long ramp on the left. Man, those were some serious fights.
Did you ever play with us when we did this map with low gravity?
No.
We played this so many times with low gravity. I don't understand why we did, but I just remember the crazy sentry placement because you could go way up high. There's so many platforms that you can't normally get to with regular gravity. It's not the way to play this game or this map, but
It's definitely not a way to judge the map either.
oh, I know.
You know?
It totally. I think it totally burned my.
But was that Egypt 1? I mean, I'm assuming this is Egypt 2, and they're repackaging it as
Yeah.
Egypt.
Yeah.
Just as Egypt. And there were
Update.
differences between Egypt 1 and Egypt 2, and we had
Yeah.
Egypt 1 for the longest time on our server, so you may be kind of referencing that more than
Maybe could be.
2.
Yeah, I assume this has got to be nice and polished if Valve is going to put their name behind it, So it's probably cool. I'm just I think I'm done with it.
Really? I can't
Yeah.
wait. I'm looking forward to playing it again.
I think it'll be much more fun playing it on like full matches, because I think that's the problem I had with the map was it was usually like 5-on-5 or 6-on-6, because it was these times when we would do kind of fun maps or something, and it
Yeah.
wasn't really like serious games, so we usually didn't have full teams on both sides.
Oh yeah.
You need the people to be able to defend from the multiple paths. There's, the multiple paths to a lot of the control points. So you have to have the defensive force to keep everyone back.
The next up here is CP Fastlane updates. Maybe this will make it better. It says Fastlane is an update to one of the first community maps we shipped. This release features a wide variety of changes, from spawn and capture timer tweaks to geometry and art modifications to exploit fixes. Okay.
Is anyone aware of any exploits on this map? Anyone in the chat room or on the podcast?
No, I haven't heard anything. I don't know. I've always liked it. I guess I'm getting a little tired of it now.
Well, that cap, that once your second point is captured, the game dynamic changes, and sometimes that game dynamic is not any fun.
Yeah.
Spending too much time defending frantically defending your spawn base is it can get annoying.
Yeah.
So.
But that's nice. That's weird that we're getting so many maps.
Yeah, I mean that'll be 5 total. If we get a Valve map, that'll be 4 community maps. Well, one of them will just be an update. So 3 new Valve supported community maps and 1 new. Wow, that's a lot.
And we still have 2 more items that they're going to tell us about.
One's probably that double payload map.
Yeah, one's
and one's going to be the Force of Nature. Yeah.
So I'd like to very quickly look at the previous updates. The Pyro had 4 things that it told you about: community maps, the weapons, the achievements, then the Meet the Sniper video. The Heavy update had 6 things. The first one was just 1 community map. The second one was a weapon. Third one was a Valve map. 4th was a weapon. 5 was another Valve map. Then 6 was a video. Yeah. So I think they always
we need to meet the.
Yeah. So
I don't think we're going to get one this time.
Well, why wouldn't they? I mean, look at the last 2 updates. They always give
they've
you
been
a video.
working. I think they put a lot of work into other directions. I don't think we're going to get a meet the video this time.
I think we will get a meet the video because 5 months, I think, on top of their Left 4 Dead work, is enough time to get a meet the video made.
Yeah, I think so, but we'll see in a few days.
I think they could add the map and the gun together, and then have a meet the.
Yeah.
I think they would have put an extra day in there. I think they would have put an extra day in there.
Either way, I think we're getting a Valve map because all the previous ones they give you an actual Valve map. So yeah,
I think we're getting a Valve map and then a gun, and I don't think we're getting a meet the video. So
they'll be all sad. Okay, wow, that was a lot of scoutiness.
Scouty.
Oh, there was a blog post. This is kind of funny. It was angry announcer is angry. And it's true. The announcer just got friggin' angry and just lashed out to the community. And you can read all about it on tf2.com. It was pretty funny.
Teamfortress.com. Or does tf2.com link to it too?
Yeah, tf2.com does.
Yeah, teamfortress2.com actually doesn't.
Yes.
Teamfortress.com or tf2.com.
But yeah, I guess basically the announcer got mad because people were cheating.
Also, Jason forwarded us a new article from the UK about video game competitions. We'll link it in the show notes. Basically, the premise is there is another video game competitive league starting up in the UK, and they're hoping to not fail where previous ones have failed.
Okay.
And mostly it's that they lose sponsorship. The sponsors get disinterested in continuing, which seems kind of weird. I mean, you'd think that if you got hardware people and game designers behind this, that would be, money well spent. You'd be reaching your target market.
So do we have any UK members that are in the professional gaming?
Well, I know Phoenix Squad
CP
is.
Phoenix?
Yeah, they're going to be in the they're going to be in the tournament. So that got talked about last week.
I hate to back up real quick, but one thing to reinforce your no meet the is we don't have enough to actually do meet the whatever for the rest of the updates, so they've got to skip one somewhere.
Yep.
But anyway.
Let's see. Okay, there was a TF2 update this week. Sticky bombs now get a reduced close range damage ramp up, like rocket launcher and syringe gun. Basically, the update actually reduced the amount of damage, of bonus damage, that the stickies earned at close range during the first 5 seconds of their life.
Yep.
That's so there's a 5 second rule. After that, it doesn't matter if you're close or far.
Right.
Within the 5 seconds, it's range dependent. The damage taken from the sticky is.
And what this basically boils down to is it's designed so that demo men cannot lay stickies on the ground
or shoot them in the air
and detonate them next, like, to kill someone who's chasing them. Yes.
Yeah.
Mostly pyros. It's mostly the pyros that go after them, trying to get close enough, and they're backpedaling and throwing their stickies down. Now, I wish I'd been playing pyro because I could tell you like if this is working out well for the pyro or not. Did any of you guys notice this when playing pyro after the update?
I've never had any problem dying at the hands of a pyro. I don't this doesn't to me this doesn't make much sense. I don't think that demos were insanely deadly at short range. No more so than than what would be expected, but I don't know.
There's always some people like Focused Loser, who's a phenomenal demo, and you got to be careful because he'll destroy you no matter what. I swear.
But I mean, like I would do the whole laying down stickies as I was running from people, and it was a last ditch thing. It wasn't a uber winning strategy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Baffling. More demo nerfs. Always nerfing the demo.
Yeah.
Soon he'll be starting actual Nerf balls out of his demo.
Yeah.
Sticky launcher.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to play before on the loudspeaker was an intro that was made and sent to us by Anarchy Lives. So this has been the end of On the Loudspeaker. And here's the little intro.
Control Point presents On the Loudspeaker.
Hey, she.
I like it.
So, anyway, I thought that was neat. Okay, that was the loudspeaker, and let's move on to... Oh my goodness. Is it that time? Is it time for... a milkshake tune?
It is.
I think it could be.
Alrighty, and here we go.
Oh, hi. I didn't hear you come in. I was just looking up what a furry was. I expect you're here for a milkshake tune. Well, I think I can pull one out of my pocket. Oh. Well, here's the song. The lyrics are by Random Inuyasha. Thank you. And the song is called Soldier Day, and it's a parody of Holiday by Green Day. So, let's do this thing.
Just fire, flying at you in a giant spire. It's dire, these crit rockets you must admire. Yeah, the people screams of pain as they try to get away in vain. He laughs and sees the bodies of the slain. He stands there and he calls you all a loser. And it's directed at the classes user on the Soldier Day. Hear the sound of a shotgun now as the soldier begins his mighty plow. They die and they are all blown sky high. Now he starts to rocket jump, and he lands on someone with a thumb. A fluke, it almost makes you want to puke. He stands there and he calls you all a loser. And it's directed at the classes user on the Soldier Day.
Sentry going up. Negatory. I'm Captain over here. Who's with me? You, sir. And from that day forward, anytime a bunch of animals are together in one place, it's called a zoo. Unless it's a farm.
Of all the classes, the soldier now has the floor. now you're a bunch of maggots. Time to inform your next of kin. All of the other classes are weak. There is no way you're going to win. You are not welcome in my world. You all are just some spineless worms. Just scum sucking up fruit baskets. Your dust he surely can affirm. Give up. Give up now and you won't be harmed. He stands there and he calls you all a loser. And it's directed at the class's user. He stands there and he calls you all a loser. And it's directed at the class's user. I am the almighty soldier.
Ow!
Take that.
Yeah.
Unless it's a farm. That's awesome. Oh, that was good. Congrats on a good song. And Random Inuyasha for the lyrics. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Woot.
I've always liked that song too, so that was fun. Alrighty then. Listener contributions. Done.
Our first one is an email from Stamp Your Foot. It says, "Hi there, Control Point. I've owned TF2 since the Orange Box first came out, and I listened to your podcast religiously after I discovered it around episode 10 or 15. However, after the first couple of class updates, I began to lose interest, and now it's been a very long time since I've played or listened to the podcast. Recently, the upcoming... I know, it's terrible. Recently, the upcoming Scout update made me feel like I should get back into the game. After a long time playing Left 4 Dead, I'm a little bit rusty, though. The one time I logged on, I found myself wildly clicking right-click to melee away at attackers, only to find myself prematurely Ubering and blowing up my stickies. My question is this: do you ever find yourself transferring habits from one game to another like this? And what would you say is the best way to train myself back to my former skill level? Loving your new episodes of the podcast. Keep it up. Yours, Stamp Your Foot. P.S. What is the Chief?
What is the Chief?
Yes.
Some stupid made-up class.
Yes.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's a made-up class.
I noticed that after I started playing Left 4 Dead, the default chat button for Left 4 Dead is C.
Oh, yeah.
And I would find myself in TF2 trying to talk by pressing the C key. And I would go like 10 minutes thinking people could hear me, and I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, I hate that. Everybody says they rebind it right away, but I always forget to rebind it.
Yep.
And yes. And I have the same issue with the right clicker. Usually it's like the first week or so of playing like a new game, it'll kind of, you get used to doing that in the other game. But as soon as you start playing kind of both games at the same time, you kind of work those in and out. And I kind of work the voice chat in and out too. The first time I hit it in either game, I see if my thing lights up. And then I know, okay, I need to use the other one.
I don't have a problem with this at all, and I think what he needs to try to do is what I did. He needs to develop multiple personality disorder so that he can use one personality for playing Left 4 Dead, and then a whole separate person not even aware of the other person playing Team Fortress 2.
I support what you've discovered here. Keep it up.
And Bob Medius in the chat room says, "What is Chief? Baby, don't hurt me."
I love how you look over here at me like I'm going to stab you in the face because I was about to.
And as for getting yourself back to your former skill level, I obviously have no idea how to do that.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Next question.
We have an MP3.
How is Bobby formed?
We do.
How is Bobby formed?
And here's an MP3 sent to us from Sliced Bread.
ACP, this is Sliced Bread with my semi-weekly tips and questions. This week I noticed a few funny little things that I'm going to point out. In the weapon selection for the heavy, the minigun and Natasha have the same icon. And when you kill a heavy and he's eating a sandwich, he drops a sandwich, it doesn't give you metal, it gives you 50 health. And if you have an Uber Saw as a medic and you attack a sentry and you kill it or any engineer building, the kill comes up as a Bone Saw kill rather than an Uber Saw kill. And seeing as the Scout update will be coming out next Tuesday, what class is your favorite class to use against Scouts? I see myself playing a lot of Pyro the next couple weeks. Anyway, that's all I got. Keep up the great show.
I think Sniper is probably definitely the best class to use against a Scout, right? Isn't that what everybody does?
Maybe Pyro? I don't know.
Engie, baby. If I want to kill Scouts, I go Engie and set me up a sentry.
Yeah.
I like Engie too.
I think got the heavy with Natasha. Don't forget. I've been using him to kill lots of Scouts.
But, if the game was completely balanced, all the classes were balanced, then any class would be good for taking down the Scout. Is that right?
I don't think this is a game where every class is balanced against each other. I think they're balanced within a team.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's kind of like a lot of MMOs. They get flack because their PvP is not balanced for classes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be if it's balanced for the team anyway.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Okay, so we got a question from Caveman. How is Bobby formed? Wait, no. I think this is from someone else. Yeah, you want to read it?
Okay, SB says, I was thinking about 2-Fort and about how we probably haven't played it since 2007. Not counting immediately after server crash / resets or 90 seconds before someone starts a map vote for Fastlane. Except for, as Brent was about to say, we played it the other night. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I wondered, is it really as bad as we've told ourselves, or does it just seem that way because the only servers you typically find it on are pubs filled with strangers running the map 24/7? My questions are, 1, what parts of 2-Fort don't you like? 2, not 2. These could be parts of the physical map or some annoying behavior that players tend to adopt. Question 2, also, if you could change some elements about 2-Fort to make it more enjoyable, what would they be?
I don't think 2-Fort's a bad map.
I don't either.
I think we just played it too much. I mean, when the game first came out, that was the map.
Yeah.
And I think we all just burned ourselves out on it.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a bad spot. Like
I don't particularly care for the spiral staircase. I would change that.
I would take out the back stairs and put an elevator.
Yikes.
Like the original map.
No.
Like the OG, the old school?
Because you're supposed to have one exit out of that basement, and it makes it much tougher to get out.
What about sniper decks?
I'm not a one pathway kind of guy. I don't like that.
That's what I hear. You in the closet with Michael McDonald. Booyah!
All right. Yeah, so I'm with you, Wes. I guess I like it all, and
you hate elevators.
Yeah, and I do hate.
But I'd get rid of the spiral staircase. It's too long. I feel like it's an unnecessary bottleneck. It doesn't feel like a part of the game as much as something just to belabor the game.
Just get rid of the basement. Do you really need the basement? Put the intel just in the middle of the courtyard, and let's call it game
day.
No.
All right.
No.
I mean, think about how much you have to that map. You've got sewers and water and bridges and over and under and decks and grates and hay, lofts and elbows and all this stuff. Do you really need the basement at this point?
It's part of the game. I don't mind the basement.
Why don't we add another basement? If one's so much fun, two would be incredibly fun.
Oh, you've got a point.
Let's just put the intel on the bridge, and the first person to get it wins.
Okay.
Needs more bomb.
Okay.
Points.
Do we see that we need the spiral staircase now? I think I've proven my point. Let's move on.
Nice work, sir.
If Chewbacca is a Wookiee, you must acquit.
See? You understand. Okay. So, from Gunner. Am I in the right one? From Gunner. Hello. Gunner CP here. I just finished listening to episode 63, and I would like to clear some things up about the sniper. The character is Australian. The voice actor is English. So here on the TF2 blog, teamfortress.com, post BHP !ID equals 2193 as to why he says God save the Queen. It is a matter of patriotism. Up until recently, and yes, we do read errors. Anyway, Australia was part of the British Commonwealth and Skins. More of the white population was originally from Britain. There was, and still is, great love of the crown. The closest example I can think of is Hawaii and Alaska. Even though they are the farthest away from D.C. and still be on American soil, many people still consider themselves Americans and very patriotic. Well, they are Americans, aren't they?
They are American. That doesn't make any sense.
No, that doesn't. You lost it, Gunner. You got sort of lost here.
So we're back to Australian, but the actor is English.
Yes.
That does the voices. So every week we get a conflicting email.
Maybe
saying,
he's a
no,
British.
He's this. No, he's that.
Maybe he's a British expat.
He's from Madagascar. No, he's from Antarctica. No, he's a penguin.
I think he's a smattering of code. I think that's what he is.
He works for Google. All right.
We also have an email from Unicycle Jester. It says, Now this is just a question to provoke arguments and discussion. But what's with all the sniper hate? I mean, all we do is headshot people from halfway across the map for no reason at all. But seriously, what do people hate about snipers that they don't hate about spies? I have the same level of hate for both. However, the problem with snipers is, for the most part, they're not in any danger themselves,
and that makes you mad.
If a spy gets into a fight and he fails his backstab, it is or there's things that can happen that bring the spy out, and he's right there in the combat, whereas the sniper is way far away and is never in much physical danger himself unless someone goes to his location.
Yeah. Okay.
I think this comes back to the whole team balance kind of thing. It's like, if your team's doing what it's supposed to be doing, then your sniper should be taking down that sniper. Now that's kind of where I kind of stop liking it. Is it's you've now made this class that's kind of a 1-for-1, right? It's like you've got to have a sniper because they have a sniper.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
that's your
there's
biggest
no
threat.
choice about it. And that's where I think there should be an issue. Is I think maybe there should be some more long range stuff that can mess more with a sniper.
Yeah.
And maybe things like the flare gun or things that they're putting in to try to create that.
Yeah. It really depends on the environment around you. You have to really find a good safe spot, because you're practically blind, right? Because you can only see a narrow piece of the map. So if somebody walks up next to you, you're dead because they can't see you, with your sniper scope up.
Right.
So that's the big risky part is, do I want to stand here and be blind for a second where I can't see anything except what I'm aiming at? So you better pick a good spot. And a good balanced map doesn't have a good spot like that,
Well, but almost every map has a sniper deck or something. Sniper position.
Yeah, but there's lots of ways to get to the sniper deck. Like, if a sniper can get somewhere where no one else can get, that's not good. Because, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But I mean, but I agree with you, is that it ends up being a sub game. It ends up being, like in the old pen and paper days of playing like Shadowrun, how the decker always had his own little game?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like.
And you all had to sit in the, the main room while the GM went in the back room with the decker to finish their little...
Yes.
And
that's kind of the way the sniper... the deckers in Shadowrun were the hackers. And there were whole rules for how you hacked into computers. And it was run like a completely separate game. So let's say we're doing something in the game and all of a sudden something needs to be hacked. Well, the GM and the decker would go separate and spend half an hour to an hour doing their little hacking game. And everybody else just sat around like a bunch of Nimrods. And that's kind of the way that it works in TF2, is that essentially... the snipers go off and play their own little snipey game.
Yeah.
And, if both the snipers are good, then essentially you've just got two people removed from the game because they spend their turns
aiming at each other.
But if you have one sniper that is incredible, which this is usually the case, and the problem I have with it too is usually there's one sniper that is incredibly good. and there's a bunch of other people who are sick of getting sniped, so they go sniper. So you have one team with one sniper that is keeping down a team of 6 snipers.
Yes.
And everybody else is upset and mad because they're still getting shot, even though you have 6 snipers trying to take down that one sniper.
Oh, man, that sucks. What about the sniper?
So you go sniper.
What about the sniper that stands in his own spawn and shoots out the door?
Oh, come on, man. Have some cojones.
Yeah. But there's always that guy, though.
That's got to be the most boring game. Will someone please go out this door? Thanks.
But I'm not a fan of spies either. I mean, I don't like things that one-shot you.
Yeah, but their risk is huge.
Agreed, but at the same time, I'm not a big fan of the one-shot kill. And, when you've got basically a lot of spies get this loop set up where all they're doing is they're doing a loop where they run to the front lines and they get next to somebody and stab them, and then they cloak and go back, and then they uncloak behind somebody else and stab them, and it just ends up being like oh, look, I've died on my way to the front lines. Great.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that can kind of do that stuff, and I think if you're kind of playing together and you wait for a buddy before you go or something like that, you can kind of defeat some of these issues, and it comes down to like I said before, class balance. But there's just times when it's like when a person can be too good at a class that it completely overbalances the game or create an imbalance of the game is what I have an issue, like with the sniper. The spy used to. Now they came back and they gave some changes to the spy, which made it more friendly for everybody. And I think I used to think it made it much easier for a good spy to be a good spy, but I don't think it did. I think it actually increased everybody else's ability to catch up with them.
Yeah.
So I think it was actually a good change to do that. Now, do you like spies or don't like? I think it's getting better. I think it's easier to kind of, withstand them because there's more crappy spies out there.
What I think it is that, a lot of times if there's a good sniper, you'll get dominated by them pretty quick. And if you have a mind to do something about the domination and try to get revenge, it's very difficult to go through the area they're sniping without getting hit by them, and then also avoiding their team members, and then finally getting up to the sniper on maps that don't have like a designated sniper area, for example, like the payload maps or something like that. You have to get all the way over to the sniper, and then maybe you'll have a chance to kill them. And otherwise, they're just going to dominate you for the entire map. And when people see that dominated, a lot of people, they want to fix that. They want to try to get their revenge.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard sometimes.
I get so used to being dominated so long ago that it does not really affect me at all anymore. Like some guy even said it over chat when we went all talk the other night. Like, I'm dominating chaos, and I was like, well, whatever. I'm a scout. Yeah. There's 5 people dominating me. It's just half your team.
No, that's too many people. Too many people dominating.
I was a scout. What do you expect? Anyway,
all right.
You want to read the next one?
Torchmaster, the Torchmaster. He says, hey guys, this is Torchmaster again. I found that if you look on the cart on payload maps, look closely at the lower left corner of the front of the cart. If you look closely, written in white letters, it says, cry some more. Apparently the Heavy had some work on designing the bomb cart. Is that true?
That was a spray. I put that on there.
Oh, Mentok did it.
It was my fault.
Keep on podcasting, guys. Love the show, and I'll see you on the server somehow.
I think the Heavy just pulled out a crayon.
Yeah, probably. Well, that's pretty neat. I never noticed that. I guess I don't look at detail of the cart when I'm standing next to it. I think I'm always looking behind me because I'm a pyro and I'm like spraying in all directions.
I'm usually trying to shoot people when I'm by the cart.
Yeah.
Maybe it was someone who killed the Heavy that was at the cart that came up and wrote it as a joke, like cry some more. Back at the Heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Like the scout. You cry some more!
You cry some more!
I can't do that.
Tough guy.
So this is really old news, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. How old is the bomb cart? And if it's said this since the bomb cart was introduced in the game, then this would be old news.
Agreed. Fine.
Okay, so from Showren. Hi, guys. This is Showren again, and I've got another question. Don't worry, it's got no class, but dumb. Let's say you've got 2 Ingies on opposite teams, and they both build sentries within range of each other. at the same time, but neither stick around to get them up faster. Do you think the sentries would A, shoot each other until one or both are destroyed, do nothing since this type of thing would be so extremely rare and unlikely? Valve didn't even bother to program it. What do you guys think? They will shoot each other.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
We've played maps where NGs build sentries right next to each other on the other sides of the spawn doors, and they open up, and the sentries have their own little fight.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other thing is, like, what you can do is you can throw one up real quick. Like, if you see one being built, you can throw one up real quick, and even if you aren't able, like, if you can shoot it a couple of times before both your guns are completely built, then you can conceivably have your gun kill it after you're dead.
So, but that is one thing I would like to see is, okay, 2 NGs come up, and you say go, and at the same time they put their sentries up. Which one will win?
Sentry races.
Yeah.
Maybe, do they both blow up at the same time? Or does
I
one
suppose
win?
if the missiles were in the air at the same time.
You won't have missiles. Level 1. Bam.
Oh, level 1 is what you're talking about.
Because you just walk up and you put your guns up at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know. Sounds fun.
Okay.
Probably search for it on YouTube. I'm sure someone's done it before.
And if they haven't, maybe TF2 Busters will.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. I think it's time for Mentok to read one. What do you think?
So we have Metal Link here, right? Are we actually going to read this one? It's about wallpapers.
So no. Okay, so we got an MP3 coming up here from Rusted Bullets.
What do you mean about wallpapers?
He's offering up some wallpapers, and we can put it in the show notes. I mean, you guys can put it in the show notes, but I don't think it's something that needs to be read on the air necessarily.
Well, but I mean, we can talk about the fact that they were going to put them in the show notes.
So there's an MP3 here from
Mentok's not allowed to read anything anymore.
There's an MP3 here. No, I know. I like where he's going with this.
There are Team Fortress 2 wallpapers that will be linked in the show notes. There's apparently 15 of them. They look nice.
Woo!
And you will enjoy them.
Made by Metal Link. Okay. Next one is from Rusty Bullet, and it is a MP3.
Okay. First, rapid fire questionnaire of Control Point. Go. Will the Sandman be popular?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought this was rapid fire.
He's giving us 15 seconds.
Oh.
I hadn't heard
Just like
this
we
yet.
asked.
Yeah, okay. So this works.
Kittens or puppies?
Kittens or puppies?
Puppies, definitely.
Puppies, yeah. I don't like cats at all.
Madness or Sparta?
Sparta!
Is Valve learning from their past mistakes in creating unlockables?
Is Valve learning? Yes. Yes, they are.
I can't hear the question.
I like how we're getting variable times to answer them. That's really annoying.
Payload or Control Point?
Payload.
Payload for sure. For now.
Mentok doesn't get to answer. Ha 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 ha.
Okay. NG Sentry or Natasha Heavy for scout killing?
NG Sentry.
NG Sentry, totally.
Yeah. Although, I don't know. The other one
Which is more satisfying? Successfully bonking a heavy or successfully stab sapping?
Successfully bonking your mom. Booyah!
I like the stab.
Flare gun impact kill or extinguisher kill?
Extinguisher. If you can pull the extinguisher off, you rule.
Yeah, that one kind of wins.
What is more humiliating? Heavy taunt kill or pyro taunt kill? Or flare gun kill?
Hadouken!
Heavy.
Or flare gun kill?
Heavy taunt kill is pretty insulting.
More embarrassing? I don't know. The flare gun, maybe. But I don't know.
Guys, just, as a quick reminder, if I'm going way too fast and asking questions, just pause it.
We just need the same amount of time in between questions.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Boxers, yeah. Who wears briefs?
On a more serious note, attack or defense?
Attack.
Blue, baby.
Scout unlocks. Yay or nay?
Yay!
Nee!
Would you rather meet the Heavy IRL or Regis Philbin?
Regis.
No, the Heavy would be awesome.
I don't know. Is that your final answer?
Oh, God.
Which class questions or chief jokes?
Chief jokes.
More chief jokes.
Is the demo man balanced yet?
No, he needs nerf more.
No, he needs to be boosted. He needs rocket boots.
Nerf more.
Sound card or onboard sound?
Onboard sound.
Sound card.
Yeah, what kind of problems are you having?
Yeah, worse with my onboard.
Best valve map?
Worst valve map.
CTF well.
Yes, CTF well.
What is the best thing about the TF2 art style?
The worst thing?
The edge shading, the way that they made the edges shine.
Which class will be up after Scout?
Demo man.
Spy.
Soldier.
We're all different stuff.
Soldier. Totally
chief.
soldier. It's going to be another offensive.
Demo man.
The chef.
Okay, that's it. Sorry if I went too fast, but yeah.
No, that was awesome.
No, that was great. We just need the same
rapid fire questions.
Same amount of time to reply.
Yeah, deal with it. If your questions weren't featured in this, you gotta get them up quicker because I do this like a day before the podcast. So that's all the ones I got. See ya.
Ow! Don't do that
Someone
anymore.
Just get hit in the head with a
don't do that anymore.
A large pencil.
Okay,
or with
that
a
was
baseball.
awesome. That was awesome, but I want the same amount of time to reply to each question.
Yeah,
that was really
consistent.
cool.
Yeah, but that was cool.
I know. I see what he was doing. There were some questions that seemed like it would need a longer answer. I think so. He's letting you have a little longer time.
Yeah, I didn't see the logic because some of the questions that were fast answer, we had long gaps with.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was fun.
He can't help that we're jerks and we answer a question that would normally take a long answer and we go, go.
Yeah. It was real. Was it maybe a computer in the background that was
a fan? I think it was a fan, like a super powerful swamp boat fan.
Yes.
Yeah. He was in a helicopter while he
don't do it on your swamp boat anymore.
It still worked though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Cool. Yay.
Thank you. That's awesome.
All right. Next is email from Destructor. Oh wait.
Destructor 174.
There you go. That's what I was waiting for.
He was in. No, actually, that was Dark Bladder. Never mind.
Do I get to read now?
Sure.
You can mess this one up too.
I can mess this one up too.
Awesome.
Oh, we don't want to talk about it. Oh. I know how the Steam auto join server joining thing works. When you put it onto auto join, it refreshes the server info every 10 seconds. If there is a free slot, it will push you into the slot. If someone else is waiting on auto join and theirs refreshes before yours, they will get put in before you. So if you sit and refresh, you won't get in any quicker, but your chances of getting in when someone leaves will be much higher since you are refreshing a lot more than anyone else. The more you know.
Well, yeah.
Yes, you will get in quicker.
Yeah. Yes, you will. Absolutely. I've sat there and had it on auto join to CP1 for 2 hours.
Oh.
And and not joined. And I know that spots opened up. I would see people that had joined like 3 minutes before. So I know it's opening up.
And I think what he's saying is you'll get it because someone leaves.
Yes. Yeah, the refresh doesn't get you on the server any faster, but it makes you notice the holes faster. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
I think what Wes is missing is that he needs more luck. Because I have never had a problem getting on the CP1 server. I'd auto-joined for like 20 minutes at most.
Well, yes, but
I just watch some TV.
You join the server at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you get on when there's no one there, and you stay on till 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm always primetime, baby, primetime. I even had Clyde Fog alerting me last night to when holes opened up in CP1, and I couldn't get in.
I use the auto join now, and I noticed they fixed it. Used to, you couldn't auto join and actually go play somewhere else, or it would hose you up. But it actually works now.
Yep.
But I just hate joining another game than leaving it.
Well, the thing is like usually by the time that you actually get pulled onto CP1, you've started enjoying the game that you're in. Yeah. So at first you're just like, oh, I'm having an okay time. I can't wait to be in CP1. And then all of a sudden you really start to get into it, and all of a sudden it's like, whoop, and you're like, wait, no.
Yeah, and you log in, everybody's like, change the map and no gravity. And you're like, God, I'm going back to that other server.
So what
kidding.
Is this that you're talking about? You can use the auto join feature and play on a different server, and it will automatically take you to the one you auto joined.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I did not.
You've never done that?
I've never had to. I'm in like in 20 minutes always.
I hate you.
Hey, that's a good idea. Metalink from the chat says that they always go to arena servers. That's why it's always quick, and so if you get booted out,
good idea. Yeah,
get the arena out of the way.
Except I hate arena.
Oh, don't hate the arena. It can be fun. Try something different on it.
Well, why would you hate it if you don't have to wait? If you die, jump out.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
If I'm going to play something, I'd rather play something I like.
Oh.
Well,
man.
Well, aren't you special?
I am.
Like what
demanding. Okay, I got an email from Yumi. Email from Yumi. Hey guys, Yumi here. We already knew that. It was mentioned on episode 62 that you guys didn't really like the idea of doing a full episode for one custom map like you did with Steel. Here is my suggestion. Spend maybe 10 to 15 minutes talking about any one custom map, the way you blah, 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 talk about custom maps.
Yes.
Yes, we get this a lot, okay? And the problem is that when we go back and listen to our episodes, the map discussions are some of the most boring part of the whole episode. Am I correct on that?
Actually, talking about it is boring too. Just talking about the fact that we talk about maps.
Well, I usually glaze over at that point when like Wes is droning on about a map. I mean, we kind of have this issue with the Safe House because that's all our podcast is for the Safe House is map discussion.
Yes, basically. I know.
What are you trying to say there? I see what you're doing there.
Nothing.
Anyway.
I'm not saying anything about your crazy show.
But I think someone wanted to send in a segment about custom maps each week, and it was like a few minutes. I wouldn't say 15 so much.
Yeah,
I don't know, like describing a map and talking about it and its features. I think that's what people want to hear, not tactics. I guess that's the difference, right? But I mean, we got our map server fixed on CP1, so now you got blazing.
It's true.
Lightning downloads.
It's true.
Is it downloading from the server?
No.
So you have a separate one?
Yes.
So
I'll tell you about it off the air.
Okay.
But anyway, so now you can play custom maps on one. So I've been trying to find some custom maps, and like FPS Banana, it seems like all the same maps.
You have tubemaps.net. Do we have that pack up there? Yumi actually
no, we don't.
made one of those maps.
No, yeah, we need to get that one up there. That's one that I want to get up there.
Cool.
But like FPS Banana, I would do like the highest rated maps or seen within the last month or something. It seemed like it was all the same stuff, like Convoy. Version 2, and I'm like, that's like 5 years old now. It feels like
5 years. Yeah.
So I would like to hear about more maps that we should get on there. I can't find them. I suck. So tell me what maps we need there.
Well, we
need to put some of those underwater maps in that I asked about earlier. So that I could get maps.
CP Aqua is on there, and the other ones they were joking and they don't exist. So I'm sorry.
Oh, they don't. Oh, darn.
But Aqua's fun. Aqua's a good map. And there's a little underwater section there.
Yeah.
He does have one question. Now, and don't get me wrong, it's not that we don't like talking about certain maps. And it might be that we have so much fun playing, Egypt or something like that we decide to do it again. But we were getting pretty bored. I mean, what was the map where it really started falling apart?
It was probably Turbine.
I think Turbine, yeah. We all liked that map, and we didn't have a good time doing the episode. So.
Yeah, it's like I said, I don't think it's discussing like functions of a map, kind of the general principles of a map. But once we start like, okay, now when you come up into the grates, those are called the air vents. They're not the grates. You can't call them that. Okay, I won't call them that, dude. And then you turn the corner and you get your gun going. Really, dude, it's not a gun going. It's just no fun anymore.
Dude, don't say dude.
I'm sorry, man.
Well, anyway, he's got a question here. He says, which of the newer environments do you like best, and which do you want to see more of? He's got the Alpine theme, the Egyptian theme from CP Egypt, the snow theme from CTF Icefield.
And that one looks cool. I've never played it, though.
The autumnal theme from Arena Harvest.
Nice.
And the sunset theme from my upcoming map, CP Furnace.
Yeah, I've seen that. He's in the chat in a forum.
Okay, let's see
that one.
Now I got to look at pictures.
Very red, very sunsetty, very golden.
I like seeing the snow ones. Like Snow Fort is like, but it's like the only snow one I like. There's another one that I forget what it was, but it was just so big.
Yeah, I know
think
that
it was.
one.
I think it was probably.
It was the bridge one. It was the one with the bridge, and it was a huge snipe fest.
Yeah, couldn't get into that one, but I love Snow Fort, and I think it's mostly because of the snow and the Christmas trees. Everybody loves Christmas, so make more Christmas maps, Halloween maps, make ones about American holidays, even if you're not American.
The snow maps. I would love a good.
We have the best holidays.
I would love a good solid snow map just for the. Do you remember when Goldfinger came out? Not Goldfinger, GoldenEye. Remember GoldenEye, the snow level on there, and it had the
game GoldenEye.
Yes. No. Well, shut up.
Sorry.
It had a ski lift.
N64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ski lift.
What about something like on the moon, or
Porridge,
like on a different planet.
A map.
Oh, there actually was one on the moon. I played a low gravity on the moon, like satellite dish map one time.
Like base versus base or whatever, where it's the two bases and in between them it's low grav.
Well, I don't know about low grav, but just a moon.
Well, you're on
theme.
the moon.
I'm talking about the theme.
Moon, Eric, come on.
Yeah. But you can't really play a serious game with low grav. I find.
Yeah, this one wasn't too bad. I mean, you just were fodder for getting shot if you did it.
Yeah.
It was kind of, to me, I thought it was a sniper fest. I don't know how you thought of it, Mentok.
I thought it was great. I mean, it was just one room in the center.
What do you know next?
The moon base, I think.
No, I'm just kidding.
So anyway, we would love to see more snow maps. The sunset theme that you did looks really, really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see the snow in the sunset theme, like have like a spa or a hot tub that you could fall in, and
a hot tub.
Too hot in the hot tub. Sorry.
I think we need a map set in the bowels of hell where both of the teams have died, gone to hell, and they're fighting over their briefcases still.
I still want to see all the Left 4 Dead maps as TF2 maps somehow. Mm-hmm. Why haven't we seen those yet?
I don't know. That's a very good question.
Wouldn't you like to play like No Mercy, but it was, capturing points or flags or something? Anyway. Okay, so we've got a MP3 coming up.
Yep, this is from Piri Kron the NG. He says, I thought it'd be a little creative. He'd be a little creative for once. I was browsing through the sound files and I decided to compile a list. I present to you the top 10. That's what she said. Taunts. Yeah. This is interesting. So here's number 1. I'll just play them through.
You are so small. It's funny to me.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Imagine if I hadn't been drunk.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That was the spies, the pyro.
All right, yeah, that's a pretty good job.
That's what she said. That's
what
not
she
good.
said.
Yeah, that's not good.
Hold still, Schweinhund. This will only sting for a moment.
That's what she said.
And that is how you do it, men.
That's what he said.
You must not fail me again.
That's what she said.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Alrighty then. That's apparently the sniper spitting, I think. Yeah.
Oh dear, I've made quite a mess.
Oh.
That's what she said.
And the last one.
I told you don't touch that darn thing.
Nice.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Okay, the spitting was the funniest.
All right, that was good. Thank you, Pierre Cron, the something.
Yes, Engie.
Engie. Email from CP Mr. Happy. I saw him play last night.
That's what she said.
Hi, CP community. I didn't want to intrusively join.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Oh, God. So I just want to introduce myself.
That's what she said.
CP Mr. Happy. I played with everyone Saturday night, if anyone remembers. His question is, do you think a medic gun that dispenses ammo instead of health would be a good idea?
No. And that's what she said.
If the NG had one, maybe.
Yes.
That's weird. No. Like, here, have a bunch of ammo, and you're giving it. It's kind of strange.
I do not think that. I think that the reloading for the heavy is part of the game. I don't think that having a continuous stream of bullets from a character is what you want.
I don't think continuous, but say the engineer could come up and give him his ammo. So up to 200. So he'd have to run off and go get some more to like fill up, but he would be out, wouldn't be able to make anything else.
Okay.
I mean, he could make a dispenser or something. So
okay. I can sort of see that. I'm okay with that.
The other thing is the engineer could get in front of the heavy, let someone else shoot him, kill him. The heavy could take the engineer's ammo and accomplish the same thing.
Good point.
Or maybe the medic could go up to someone who's hurt and hand him some pills. And then say, here's some pills.
Would he say pills here?
Here's some pills.
I'm grabbing some pills.
Pills.
I'm grabbing some pills. I'm taking all these pills.
I hate pills. Pills here.
The last thing he says is, you guys made it through your last episode without saying word rhymes with beef.
Oh, no.
And starts with a C.
I don't believe that.
I don't either. I don't think we could ever not.
I mean, I know it's been said like half a dozen times in this one already.
Yeah,
I know that you mentioned the chef. I'm pretty sure that you said chef in the last episode.
I did mention the chef.
What is chief? Okay, who wants to read this next one?
Hi, CP Blasphemist here with a couple
Big
TF2
word.
fun facts. First of, the scout has 7 other brothers that always got to fights and finished them before he could get there. So he started to run to get to the fights before his brothers, and that's why he is so fast. Do we screen these questions? That's my question. The NG has 11 PhDs in hard science. Now, since Valve is going to be integrating parts the Left 4 Dead drink engine into TF2, what do you guys think they will add into the game? I.e., when you headshot someone as the sniper, their head will explode. Blasphemist.
I do not think that. I think zombie heads explode. I do not think human heads explode. Not to sniper bullets.
Yeah. Depends on the caliber. If it was big enough, it would explode, wouldn't it?
Well,
yes.
But the entry point is still going to be. I mean, you'd have to hit
It's the exit point that West. It's huge.
I know, and for the most part, I don't know. I think zombies head explode because they're ripe and juicy.
I think it might be nice to see some atmospheric changes in there, bring in some of the fog, maybe.
Bring on the
things like that.
I'd love some weather effects.
A little more lighting effects. Make it easier to work with the lighting so you get really different lighting on maps. Things like that I think would be a lot of fun.
Lightning.
I wonder.
Can you imagine what would happen if you played Team Fortress 2 in like a dark city street with the spies all lurking about? Oh my gosh.
I wonder what it would do to the textures, though. Like, I wonder how easy it would be to have that variable lighting with the way that the shading is done on the TF2 character.
That's what she said. And if she said that, I would run fast.
Run. Yeah.
Okay.
But I agree. I would like to see some lighting textures. I would like to see some weather.
Yeah, totally. Like if it was raining on a cloaked spy, would you see his outline?
Just like the Predator?
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
All right.
And would you see him in the fog? Like if it was foggy outside, would you see like...
And if you rubbed mud all over his face.
Like
and nipples, would you see him in the rain?
So are there no Team Fortress 2 maps with rain? I don't remember one.
No. Not that I know of.
Yeah, no.
Too bad.
It is too bad.
I don't think it's in the game. Okay, we got an email from Korn. Hey, CP, while listening to episode 62, do all these people listen to episode 62?
They do. This is episode 64. We're just now getting caught up with old questions.
I realize that you still don't know that the dispenser's heal beam on Cloak Spy's next dispenser was patched. Don't believe me? It's right here in the patch notes. Fixed announcer saying the cart is clearing the checkpoint after the round has already been won. Fixed Cloak Spy's having a particle beam effect while standing next to a dispenser that's healing them. Fixed server crash when trying to load a map that contains control points with duplicate index values.
Well, I think the middle one was the only...
Now, I'm going to have to say here, though, and I think that's good, because you pointed out something that needs to be pointed out here.
What's that?
The fact that they say that fixed server crashes when trying to load a map that contains control points with duplicate index values, that's not true. It didn't really happen. So if that part didn't happen, then the middle one might not have happened either. So how can we truly know if this is true unless we get someone to test it out?
They need to also define what is an index value.
That's true.
To really understand
the issue
question.
with the whole thing.
And the announcer, when they're saying this card is nearing the checkpoint, that's important.
It's very important. It overshadows the whole point of the email.
I know.
In fact, it's so important.
I feel that if Chewbacca is a Wookiee, then you must acquit. I don't know. I'll have to see what is going on. I don't know when this mythical patch. You didn't provide a link to the action.
It was in the patch on January 28th, and I tried it in game, and I could stand on top of an enemy dispenser for as long as I wanted. This came in handy because I could time it so when the NG died, I could uncloak and quickly sap all his stuff. What do you think of this patch? Keep up the good job. Jorb. And I think that sucks. I think they should have the particle cloud there just for what you just said. I mean, that's not... So now the engineer's got to check on top of his dispenser for a cloaked spy all the time?
Yeah, it's bull.
That's just lame.
It's crap. I'm not a fan.
Or, there could be people around him that do the checking. I check on top of the dispenser for my NG when I'm a heavy standing in the room with him.
Well,
I'm not going to let some spy get on top of that dispenser and make a fool of me and my NG. Not going to happen.
Well, okay. It sounds like we got an MP3 here from Mills. Mills here. I'm getting Mills. I'm getting Mills MP3.
Nice. And here it goes.
Hello, CP. It's Mills, MILLS. When I'm playing a medic, I tend to just heal any and everybody around me, even if that somebody turns out to be a spy. Somehow I try to minimize my guilt feelings by healing a spy by saying to myself, it's not really my job. What about you guys? If you accidentally heal a spy, how guilty, how bad do you feel about that, or do you not care? Thanks.
I usually just take my hard drive out and throw it through a window.
I would have to say I don't care. I usually like to find the spy, heal him, and run around behind him for as long as I can.
I don't feel too bad about it. I try to heal as many people as I can, and it's inevitable that eventually I'm going to heal a spy. I'm surprised that I don't heal more spies, actually.
You probably do and just don't know it, right?
No, a lot of it is that I tend to latch on to certain classes or certain names. If for instance, I was running around with one pyro last night, and we would be heading towards something, and it would be time for him to be killing, and then he would turn around and run away.
Yeah.
And I would end up dead.
I will probably say, as a medic, I probably notice more spies than I do as playing other classes. Well, maybe not as much as NG, but just for the fact that I'm healing trying to heal everybody, and I kind of have in my mind what classes people are just because I'm used to seeing their name with healing them. And then I see some guy doing something freaky, and I'm like, okay, I was healing him, and he wouldn't be doing that right now.
Yeah,
because I've been part of his game.
I was playing Badlands the other day as a medic, and there was a spy that came up and asked me for a medic, and I knew he was an enemy spy, but I started healing him anyway because I needed to get close enough to actually hit him with my saw. So I healed him, knowing that he was a spy, and until I could catch up with him, because medics are a little bit faster than spies, and then I killed him.
That's pretty good.
So you should have sold it even further by typing out in open chat, "Hey, I'm about to Uber you whatever his name is."
Yeah.
Nice. Think you would have caught that?
Maybe. We got an email.
We do.
From Ampatient. Hello, Brent, Eric, and Wes. First time emailer, Ampatient here.
Ampotent.
Impotent.
Ampotent.
No I.
Impatent.
Okay.
Okay, done. Next. No,
I've been wondering, would you guys ever replace Spencer's? If so, which member of the CP community would you most prefer to take his place? With much bonk, Ampotent.
I think I would like Ampotent to take over his job.
I don't.
Oh.
Because I can't say his name right.
I could never say Spinker right either. I mean, Spincher. See?
Replace Spencer? I don't think he could be replaced. We could add another host, but I don't think it would be replacing Spencer.
Yeah.
In fact, we don't even have a Spencer right now to replace.
So we need a dispenser here?
Yeah.
We need to dispenser here.
Diss him. Totally not respecting him.
Yes.
Right.
No, and we're if we were gonna pick favorites,
Ash would be our favorite.
I don't know.
He's got his own podcast, and man, it's boring. So
yeah, it's about
2 or something. He doesn't need another one.
Some cat.
P.S. Have any of you ever tried to make a sandwich before? No, I don't like.
No,
white bread.
but people on our forums have. and you can look at those. I've seen many pictures. I don't know. It doesn't look hard to do, right? Because the ingredients are simple things. Cut it into a triangle, stab an olive with your...
I know someone who made a sandwich and then, put the special solution on it so that it wouldn't spoil, and then they just put it on their mantle or whatever. They have figurines from other games and stuff. They actually made a sandwich and, use that special stuff that basically like super glue or something that keeps it from spoiling.
Oh, that's like the fake food at Subway. You go to Subway or something and it's like, here's the model
sandwich. That's harder to make. That's harder to make. That you can't just spray it with anything. That doesn't work. I mean, you could totally shellac a piece of bread and it will still rot inside the shellac.
Yeah. Shellac.
So
maybe vacuum form it or something.
I don't know. Well, anyway, go on. Move on. We got another email.
Moving on to Frostbite's email. Hi, CP. Frostbite here. I'm new to the CP community, and so far it's been great. However...
Liar.
Anyhow, I was just wondering if any of you guys could make a video game, what type of game would it be? And what ESRB rating would it have? That is a weird question. And why? I.e., excessive gore, lifelike violence, chief reference. Wow, that's a weird question.
I would probably make an action RPG, kind of like Fallout.
Like Fallout, yeah.
Kind of like Fallout 3.
I like adventure games. Like I would do something like some sort of an adventure game, like Homestar, or a Sierra game like King's Quest or something.
I would do an MMO, probably a web-based MMO. I would. Sorry, that's a little inside baseball there, but no, I would do an MMO, definitely.
Yeah.
I would do an adults-only game. There just needs to be more titillating games out there that are actually fun to play.
Yeah. Mine would be...
Nobody puts them out.
I would want to do like a comedy kind of game, like Leisure Suit Larry or something, because I wouldn't want to take it seriously. I would want it to just be like funny.
See, I would want to make an epic adventure, and it would have lifelike violence, but not necessarily like gore. I'm not a big gore fan. Even in my haunted houses, I didn't make my haunted houses gory. I made them creepy, but not gory.
Yeah, mine would have probably a rating of E for everyone. But I think I probably would.
Your Leisure Suit Larry style game would have an E for everyone rating.
My son is not playing.
I'm not saying it would have like. I'm not talking about like sexual jokes and stuff. It would have a Native American in it.
And Native Americans are for everybody.
Yeah, they're for everyone.
Oh my God, we're getting pulled from some list. I'm pretty sure.
The Schmexy Eric the video game it should be the name of Eric's game.
But yeah, I would make an MMO, and it would differentiating the thing that would make it different from other MMOs. It would basically be run by the players, kind of like a little bit like Eve, but a fantasy based thing, and it would be much more sandboxy. I would actually want there to be like elections in the game where you could vote king, or maybe not vote a king in, but vote things in like that, counselors or whatever, and they actually run in PvP anyway.
I do kind of like that idea. I've always wanted a MMO with user generated content that had like an editor, like give you the tools to design dungeons and things like that and submit them, and like as long as and each zone would have an editor. So that you could, okay, well, we're going to focus on, level 6 to 15 adventures, and we're going to go ice themed, and we're going to do this, and let's work on our plot, and then have kind of an overarching editor who provides plot hooks for other adventures within the stuff.
Right.
Okay. I think that would be really cool.
I think that'd be cool. It'd be like an old style MUD, basically, where you could affect the world.
Yeah.
And there you're actually creating the world, which would be kind of neat. Neato.
But I'm not a big fan of total user generated content. Like, I wouldn't want it to be unmitigated. I would want there to be editors, paid editors.
Yeah, I would like to do it. I mean, if you were going to do something like that, I would do it kind of like how the MUDs did it.
Yeah.
They didn't let everybody do it. People played the game, and they'd be like, this guy's been playing a while. He's been submitting a lot of good ideas. Let's see if he wants to, code for us,
Right.
But you make the tools where they could do it easy enough to do it. But I really want a game that's controlled by the players, like where the players kind of make the rules. They like make laws, and those become the rules of the server. So, like the role players and the people who like to do furry could come to that server and have fun. How they want to have fun. Vote it in.
I don't want that.
I like how you slipped that one.
Well, you could have your own server and vote in whatever laws you wanted there.
Yeah, whatever kind of furry laws
if people voted for you, which I don't think it would happen.
I think it would be kind of cool to have people able to run their own MMO servers. I think that would be pretty cool. You provide a tool, and the players still all have to subscribe, but anybody can run. Like it's kind of like the way Neverwinter Nights did it.
Right.
You could run your server and have your adventures on your server, and anybody who owned the game could come and play it.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, why don't we set up a server, a WoW server, a fake WoW server for everybody to play on for the CP community?
I'm not a fan.
Nice. So we ever moving on to the next one?
Sure.
Bald Medius says, "Hey CP, what computers do you use for playing TF2? I don't need in-depth detail, but just speed, graphics, stuff like that. On a side note, I love Ash." So we've been asked this question before, but I'm sure it's changed because we've all got new computers. I wrote mine down so that I could just relay it to you. Mine is a Core 2 Quad 2.6 gigahertz, 4 gigs of DDR2 RAM, 500 gig GeForce 9800 GTX Plus running 64-bit Vista.
Sweet.
And it's got a mouse and a keyboard.
I have mine written down too. Brent, do you want to go?
I don't have mine written down, so go for it.
Okay. I got an Intel quad-core 2 QX 6700, the unlocked processor. Windows Vista Ultimate 64-bit. MSI P7N SLI Platinum motherboard, 4GB Corsair Dominator DDR2. I have an EVGA GTX 280 SLI'd with a Galaxy GTX 280 that I got for freezies, yay!
Crazy.
And also an Enermax Galaxy 1000 watt power supply, 20-inch 4x3 monitor, and then I have my HD TV. It's a 37-inch 1080p LCD connected to my computer as well.
Oh. I have just one monitor because my second one always goes out. I buy one and it blows up, so I'm down to one, but it's a 26-inch monitor, which I find that maybe I don't need a second one because it's really comfortable. I know that the cinema displays for Mac are 30 inches. Those are huge.
The Mac ones are really pretty.
Yeah, but a Samsung 26-inch isn't very expensive, and it's very big on your desk. But anyway.
Right now, I'm waiting for NVIDIA to send me a 3D vision kit. It's what they had at CES, and I got to try it out. It's their 3D glasses setup for playing lots of games and whatnot. You need a 120 hertz LCD monitor, so they're going to send me one of those to use when I'm doing my review, and then also the glasses kit that comes with it. So pretty soon, I'm going to be testing out games like Team Fortress 2 and Left 4 Dead in 3D and writing a review for my site. So that's going to be awesome.
Sweet.
That is cool. I wonder if that's going to be, no one can do 3D right. 3D's always been a hack, a gimmick, and it's never worked well. With polarized, motorized, blue and green or red and green, and
I really like what NVIDIA has, though. It works really great. I mean, I played a lot of Left 4 Dead before going to CES, and when I played it in 3D, I'm like, I have to have this. I want this. Send me a review copy. So I'm getting one soon, and I can't wait to try it out.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'd like to know. Well, good.
My computer, for the most part, is unimportant. I got a rock. Anyway, but right now, one thing I am doing different is I'm running Windows 7 Beta on one partition, and I'm running Vista Ultimate 64 on another, and I've got different configuration setups on different on each of the different. I'm doing 64-bit on the Windows 7 partition, so I'm experimenting with that and hoping one day I can move everything over. But right now, I'm keeping the Vista partition active so that if anything goes wrong, I'm okay.
Sweet.
What about Brent?
Actually, a toaster. Yes. Let's see. Mine is it's a Q6600, which is a quad core, 2.4 quad core, 3 gig of RAM, I'm using an 8800 GT that's overclocked and 500 gig hard drive. And a Corsair power supply that I had to get to try to fix the problem.
Nice. And a keyboard and mouse.
They make good stuff.
Yeah, use Razer mouse, Razer products for the real gamer, and I use the G.
Yeah, you guys have G15s.
Yeah,
I have a G11.
I use mine like a keyboard though; it's such a waste.
Yeah, I have the G11, and I don't use any of the macro buttons on it, which is kind of weird. And I really my eyesight's starting to go, so I can't really see all the letters in that dim blue light anyway. So
it is a very dim blue light.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's why they changed the color, because now it's green, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
know.
They give you
No,
less
it's
macro
orange.
buttons.
Orange is now it's orange now.
Oh, it's orange, but less macro buttons. It sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't use my macro buttons.
I used my macro buttons.
I use them in WoW.
Yeah, when I did a lot of raiding, I would have some set up, but they're not that easy to set up anyway. So, I mean, if I could
Not
just...
too bad.
Yeah.
See, I want to set them up for TF2 admin stuff, like changing maps and voting and stuff like that.
That's a good idea.
You know?
No, I just got a Wolf King thing. It's this round thing, and it was on Woot for like dirt cheap. So I was like, I'll try that. And on the thing, it just looks like this little round thing, and it basically has your keyboard in a round thing, but like half of it.
Yeah.
So it should be easier to get to the keys. This thing ended up being like huge, like a frisbee size. Like it's as big as my laptop thing, basically. And I was like, okay, that doesn't really save me room. I thought it was just gonna be like this little, like side thing, but no, it's huge.
Yikes.
It was built for demigods.
Yeah.
I think so.
So that explains that. Let's go to the very last question here.
Thank God.
I know, and it's an MP3, so here it is.
Hey, Tech Knight here, and I have a little story. When I first got the game, I got a crit streak from a medic, and I had no idea how to get this crit streak. So I asked him, and he explained how I could get achievements on achievement maps. So I went to an achievement map. And I got there, and I farmed all the achievements for the medic, the heavy, and for the pyro. But then, upon going to the next map, I realized I had a problem. I had farmed 5,000 points in a single life for the medic, and 698 kills for the pyro. And it screwed up all the loading screens, because they all read wrong information. And whenever it never pops up the little thing when you die, it explains how many kills your maximum was. I was wondering, why hasn't Valve implemented a reset button? Is it because they don't know about this? Is it because they don't want to? They don't feel bad for people who farm? Just wondering on your thoughts on this.
Let me start off just saying, kid, look, you cheat, you got to pay with the consequences. That's all it is, okay? No, I thought they did have a reset.
Yeah, I thought there was a stat reset.
People complained and said, oh, I keep accidentally resetting my stats, or my little brother clicked the reset button and restored.
So then they hide it?
Well,
or it's just not there anymore?
They just took it away, and then no one complained. They're like, no one wants it back. I mean, I haven't heard anybody say that, so yeah, there you go. They tried it out, failed, took it away. End of story.
That's
if you want it back, tough. No, there's probably some way to hack it. Well, no, that the stats are stored now on the server in the cloud or whatever.
Well, yeah, because if you can't connect, you can't get any of your unlocks because you don't have those stats.
Yeah.
Right.
So
making stuff up.
And you guys have been getting those messages of unlocks that you already have, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Some people notice that. It's just an annoyance that happens. No big deal.
Yeah, that was weird.
Okay, so now we're to a favorite part of the show. It's a Fritz question of the week. Woohoo!
All right, here's the question.
Hey CP, Ifrit here. My question this week is this. What kind of areas would you like to see some custom maps made in? For example, like on top of an airship or at the beach? So, see ya.
I think I would like snowy area.
I want something on the moon. It's not your fault to fret that we already answered your question earlier in the show. So you never know. You never know what to ask, and that's hard.
I think it's just awesome that you send a question every week. And I was joking before the thing. I wasn't like being.
I would like to see some kind of like cool, like maybe like a space station kind of map where like the windows face out, you know. And like as you're running,
face out.
Well, you know, like when you're running when you're on the side of the ship and you're running down a hallway, like one wall's glass, you know, and you can look out into space. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
we'll see some buses.
Like one of the later stages in Duke Nukem, you had like you're on
Hookers
a spaceship and you
nipples.
could see outside and the stars. I don't know. I remember those. Yeah, and strippers.
Can't go wrong with
space
strippers.
stations and strippers.
Yeah.
Sounds like there should be a song. Get on that milkshake.
And now we have Mad Lip's answer of the week.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. This is great. He's put another one in. What?
I love how you do that. Like, I had no clue that was there, but you put it together.
I know. Well, this is cool because I usually listen to everything that gets sent in before we put it on the air, but I didn't get time to listen to this one because he just sent it. But he did shout out to us on Ubercharge. Did you see it?
Yeah, of course.
So that was really
do
cool.
that every day.
Thanks for that. Anyway, here it is.
Hey, Control Point, it's Mad Lib here again for another answer of the week. Just going to make it a quick one this time because I've got to pop down to oversee the installation of the third jacuzzi in the Uber-charged luxury yacht. We've got a big party coming up this weekend and we need a third jacuzzi because last time we had Brad and Angelina turned up, and that's kind of awkward because then Jen was there as well, and they kind of didn't want to share a jacuzzi. We got the second one already, but we had Bill and Hillary in that one, and no one wants to share a jacuzzi with those two. So we got the third one going in. That's cool. So a big party coming up. You guys aren't invited. I know that's a little harsh. We sort of thought we might get you in. You're on the short list, but you know, it all comes down to the stuff with Brittany. Yeah, she said some stuff about you guys in her podcast. She said you're a bunch of W plus M1 pyros. Then, you know, you had her on your show in episode 50 and kind of got a bit nasty. And yeah, you were saying that she was like a crit rocket spammer and it's not cool. So you guys are out. Anyway, back to talking about Australians again this week. Where's Chuck been in there last week? He was talking about whether Australians are quite as evil as they appear on Flight of the Conchords. Brett cut him up after that. I think it's something to do with vocal exercise, not something, I don't know. Anyway, the answer is yes. So I'm actually a New Zealander, okay? I'm not an Australian, I'm a New Zealander, I live in Australia. I'm basically the most repressed minority in this country. So, you want to know how bad the Australians are? Snipers, okay? They don't actually need guns in Australia. You know, you got dangerous animals in Australia, but they're like, you know, jellyfish, spiders, stuff like that. Sniper guns not going to help you too much. What they do is they stand on the east coast of Australia, longer range sniper, shoot New Zealanders. Yep. 2,000-mile shot, it still managed to take us out. So, anyway, it's bad. It's not good. Flight of the Conchords rock, so, and yeah, Australians are evil. And yeah, that's Mad Lip out for another week. See ya.
So we're going to get sued from the Flight of the Conchords?
No, Creative Commons.
So we didn't want to go to that stupid party anyway. It turns out. I mean, you run with all the A-list crowd and
I'm
too good for us. So
I'm allergic to hot chicks anyway.
Yeah.
Then you end up... Oh, wait, I can't talk about that.
Yeah.
Beating his girlfriend and everything. Wait, that was Rihanna.
Yikes.
Never mind.
So yeah, we'll just stick to our Friday nights playing Guitar Hero by ourselves in the basement. Thank you very much.
And I've watched the Flight of the Conchords. I know how much Australians suck.
That's what she said.
But that was cool that Mad Lip finally got it out in the open and
like Mike McDonald
and set everybody straight. He is indeed Australian. So that was good to know. Congrats on being Australian, Mad Lip, and not from New Zealand. Is that what he said?
No, I think the other way around.
Oh, the other way around. Okay, so where are we going? Where are we heading to?
Surveillance!
We got two little entries here. One from a Frit. He has sent us a machinima that he has found called Meet the Spy Checker. And I didn't actually get time to check this out, but we'll link to it. It's a YouTube vid. Also, there is an image that was sent to us by Car Hacks. This is pretty funny. Let me click on it. I don't remember exactly.
It's the Team Fortress video where basically the Team Fortress intro screen lineup is done with Left 4 Dead characters, and it rules.
Yeah, it's really cool. It says Team Fortress, like the number 4. Isn't it hilarious when I actually explain it?
Yeah.
So, where are we heading to now?
I think we're done. Are we done? Aren't we done yet? This has been the longest podcast ever.
That's what the chat room is saying.
Oh my god. Sure, fine, do it. I give you permission. You win.
What are we doing?
What you just typed in.
Yes. We have a player of the week, and it is Mentok.
Woohoo!
Oh, hey! Okay.
Hey, you're player of the week. Congratulations.
I didn't vote for him.
I know.
Wait, are we still on the air? I just wanted to make sure y'all knew I did not vote for Mentok.
I understand.
I'm confused. Was there a vote? What's going on?
Oh, you're still on.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
You're still on. You're the player of the week.
I feel honored.
And we hope you enjoy it because you've never gotten that title, and now you have it. And use it wisely.
Can I wear a tiara? Because I have a tiara. Can I wear it?
Yes.
Actually, you have to.
Yeah.
So leave us iTunes reviews. Give us a call, 256-513-4772. We're on the way out. We have a couple things in the outro.
Yeah, a few tunes at the very end. Stay tuned for Frekydelic's Flaming Day, which is a parody. I Drink Your Milkshake actually supplied the instrumental track for it, but Frekydelic wrote it and sang it. Also,
so they were having bonk wars, and now they're
working together. Yeah.
Complicated.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's very sneaky stuff.
Parody even more powerful.
East meets West. This is awesome.
Yeah, West Side. So we have Andy of Comix Inc. sent us a cool jazz funk version of the TF2 theme. He plays all 3 parts: piano, guitar. Piano, keyboard, and bass. This is actually really cool, laid back jazz, funky.
Cole Medina.
Yeah. I can't even talk anymore. I'm out of words.
Is it so cool that you want to hear it over the mic chat in the game? Is it cool enough to do that?
I don't know.
Listen to it? Okay.
Let's go. Let's listen
is
to
that
these.
A question to me?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to end this show, and yes, consider it ended.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal.
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Hey there, Control Point. It's Ash Williams. Just wanted to talk about 2 things real quick. Episode 63, Brent said that nobody can name more than 1 song by Ace of Base. So, just wanted to say I can name 4 off the top of my head without Googling. The Sign, All That She Wants, Lucky Love, and Beautiful Life. So, I win. And second of all, I just wanted to say my cat's okay. I have 2 cats and they're both fine. So I appreciate the sympathy, Brent. I'm actually kind of offended by Wes and Eric laughing at it. What if my cat really did die? That's kind of mean. But thank you, Brent, for caring. But my cat's okay.
Flaming day, when you walked into my fire spray, you were burning, I was here to stay. Oh, I can't stray from flaming day. Suddenly, heavy scouts and snipers come to play. I was hurting, but I still can say that I still believe in flaming day. Flare gun to the face of burning, sounds like holiday. But the Sniper fires, oh I wish I had a say on Flaming Day. The day when demo men run far away. Even running won't save you today, because today is Flaming Day. Level 3 sentries pummel me, circle strafe to save the day.
Sentry down!
May I ask you a question? Will you play on Flaming Day? I put away my flamethrower for another day. But when my trigger finger needs to sway, I'll always play on Flaming Day.
Yeah, come get some, you frickin' wuss!
Dead Workers Party Network, delivering the milk to your doorstep since 1958.